This month, we want to introduce our Tiger Talent Award winner as School Resource Officer, Deputy Mike Mendoza with the Rock Island County Sheriff's Department.
I could not think of anybody who was more deserving than Mike. I see the effort that he puts into every one of the kids that walks through the door, the commitment that he has, the heart that goes into everything. It's a rarity, but he is a picture of all of that.
So, I mean, when we talk about school culture, positivity, and kind of what Sherrard's about, I think Mike Mendoza is one of the first people that you'd think of.
He does an excellent job at connecting to all of the kids, and I think that he is a reason that so many of the discipline issues that would happen because kids like to act up, I think a lot of them don't act up because they know that he's one of the people that they usually end up talking to, and it would disappoint him, and they respect him enough that they don't want to disappoint him.
He's able to talk to any kid at any time, even kids who might be opposed to talking with anyone because they're upset, because they're sad, because they might be untrusting at first. It's amazing how much kids trust him.
Mr. Johnson came over the walkie and was like asking him to come help a student take a shower, and Mike didn't even hesitate.
He's had our medals class do some stuff with the Rock Island Emergency Services team, their SWAT team, so we've made some stuff for them, which has been pretty cool.
The description of a school resource officer that I have in my mind, he just goes way beyond that. Like, there's not even a job description that would say what he does for our district.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like we've just got like a cop in here patrolling the halls when he's around.
He doesn't wear his uniform, but he always dresses in normal clothes, and his door is always open to any student. Always will have an open chair for you. Well, not always, because there's usually like 15 kids crowded in his room because everybody loves him. But you can always sit down with him, and I mean, I've cried to him before, I've laughed with him before.
I was a sophomore and I was super shy and I didn't talk very much. This is before I started wrestling, and I literally ate lunch with him in the gym too. Slowly over time, we had a big old group that came in there, and like ever since then, we're just, any problems, we talk to each other. If he needs any help with anything, he comes to me, and like our relationship's grown from there. Like, it'll be different next year not be able to walk the halls at Augustana and have him there.
As the kids see him everywhere. He's one of the coaches for the bass fishing team. I mean, that's, pretty much all volunteer. He takes care of everything, boats himself, organizing the kids, making sure that he's got connections to get them gear. It's really incredible how much he puts in. He's a huge fan of the wrestling program, and he's always helping out with that. He's always encouraging kids, pulling them off to the side, giving them a pep talk after a tough match. It's great to see. You'll look up and you'll see him in the stands at basketball and football games. And kids know that he's dedicated to the school, and he is here for them, and they see that far beyond school hours.
It's meant a lot to have like somebody at school that like sees everything and does everything, to come and take his time out of his day to come support.
I met him probably when I was a freshman. I didn't really talk to him because he was like, it's resource officer. It's like, he's kind of scary, but it's like, once you get to know, he's a pretty chill dude, and he wants the best for everybody. As a coach, he's a good leader.
He did a lot for us. He pretty much got everything ready and set it up. He took control.
He's got a lot of connections, and he makes sure that he gets the best stuff for us.
Mm-hmm.
So everyone mostly knows about my dad. Mendoza was just there. Like, he'd give me checkups, like he'd check in on me, and he was there. He showed up for me anytime he could. He is my go-to person. If I have a problem, I go and talk to him.
And he's more of
another counselor.
Yeah, another counselor.
Definitely means a lot to me to know that he doesn't have to. Like, he could just be that officer that just is there for discipline only, but he really likes to build relationships with everybody and have good bonds with all the students.
He has impacted my high school career because he's just like the most understanding and kind person like in this entire building, and every student loves him. Like, everybody loves him. He's the nicest human here.
Seems like he really enjoys his job, even though it's got to be on top of it, got to know what's right, what's wrong. He loves what he does, so he does it good.
He's such a genuine person and never fails to put a smile on all of our faces.
He's always willing to find videos of me and Navy falling over each other to send to Mr. Adams to post on the Sherrard Strength Instagram so we can get embarrassed.
Mike's a goofball. I mean, he likes to have a good time. I mean, he's in a job that's very serious, whether it's with the sheriffs or with us. He deals with a lot of very serious, significant things. But he also understands what's about life, what's most important. And so he's always lighthearted, ready to crack a joke. You know, me and him, we call ourselves Starsky and Hutch. Not sure which one's Starsky or Hutch, but we always have kind of friendly competitions about who can crack the case. And
He does usually participate in mud volleyball and has a team. He talks a lot of trash to the other teachers, which I enjoy. I'm not on a team, so he doesn't get to talk any trash to me, but I officiate it, and he does talk crap during the games, trying to get some calls to go his way, but he just needs to play better. So
I would just like a way to know who I make a plea to and how to make a plea that we just get to have Mike permanently, because I can't imagine anybody else in that role. Like, I don't want anybody else in that role. He's perfect for us. And I don't want to share him with other districts, and I don't want our kids to have any different experiences than all the good he brings to us. We have become so spoiled by the individual that he is.
I know you.
He means the world to Caitlin. Anytime you see someone that cares about your kids as much as you do, it makes you step back, because that's not common.
Thank you, Mendoza, for always being there for me. I have always just appreciated everything that you've done for not only me, but my friends, and I will truly miss you this next year.
Thank you, Mendoza, truly for everything you've ever done for us. We are so grateful to have you here at Sherrard, and all of us seniors will truly miss you so much.
I want to say thank you for everything, and that you've been there since my sophomore year. And I hope whatever happens in the future, we still get to see each other and talk.
Mike, appreciate you. I love you.
Thank you, Mike, for everything that you do for each one of our kids. Thank you for what you do for my kids. There's not a single kid that walks those halls that you haven't touched in some way and made a difference of. They might not realize it now, but they will someday.
I'm always going to catch bigger fish than you.
We should probably do some outtakes. Okay, so these are the outtakes.
I mean, if Mike talks about morning hoops on Friday, that is probably a lie. I would say that he's probably a pretty good fisherman. When it comes to basketball, do not let him fool you. He's at the age right now where he's maybe not moving quite as quick.
we do play basketball together. We're both, very talented. No, we're not. We're obviously the worst ones there, but if he wasn't there, then I wouldn't have anybody to guard, and vice versa, because we're both terrible, so it's a great matchup.
And one of the great things about Mike is if you take him hunting, he couldn't hit water if you fell out of a boat. I mean, you're in no jeopardy of losing a bird to this guy's shooting, that's for sure. And speaking of water, when it comes to fishing, I mean, that guy can flog the water and scare the fish away more efficiently than anybody I've ever seen before.
What's the question again? I wouldn't be able to get up in the morning without Mike Mendoza.
He always shows these pictures of fish, but he never actually shows the process of him catching it. So I don't know, these are just random pictures. Somebody else is catching them, pulling them out there, but he does believe that he's a master fisherman.
It would feel weird if I just said bromance right now.
I don't know that he could really catch a cold, to be honest with you, but he tries hard, so we give him an A for effort.
He's a bad fisherman? I thought he was a good fisherman. Isn't he like our coach?
I mean, today he made me a pretty good roast beef sandwich with some chips. I didn't know it was coming. He just showed up, handed it to me.
They came back to the house, and Matt looks at him and goes, "Mike, why is the backside of like your shirt and your shorts, like, why are you covered in dirt?" Caitlin goes, "Because he slammed his body against the wall because he thought my pig was going to attack him." He was dead honest that he was going to get murdered by a pig at the Block Farms. Here's the weird things about Mendoza to me. I have no idea what his kids' real names are. Or his grandson, Little Man. Yep, those are them. I have no idea how Sam puts up with him. She has to be a saint. Because if she just wants to sleep in, like, he makes her get up and go to breakfast on Saturday mornings at like 6 a.m. Shut up, Mendoza. Leave people alone.
Also bring up his parking. He doesn't know how to park.
And then he really does need to pick up on his pickleball game because it's kind of embarrassing.
I wouldn't say he's scary. Maybe a big old marshmallow.
It's getting a little too sentimental. He's all right.